Connect fam, to the Connect Show, South Florida, right here on the CW each and every Saturday morning. Thank you so much for allowing us to spend Saturday mornings in your home or wherever you're watching from. So thank you so much. I'm your girl Stitches, but before I continue, gotta bring up our amazing new co-host. Hey, Miss Sandy Glenn.
Hello. Good morning. It is so good to be here. We have an amazing show set for today. But before we get into that, we're going to dive into some business topics for all of you entrepreneurs out there. So get ready. Hot Topics starts now. All right. So starting with reinventing yourself, especially during this COVID environment, how have you been able to keep your brand fresh?
So, you know what? It's funny, Sandy, because I was talking to actually a friend of mine, and we were talking about just new trends and things that are happening even on social media. And shout out to Rebecca MUA. And I'm just really staying up to date with what's new, but not getting so engulfed into trying to keep up with everything, because things change on trends and things change by the day and sometimes even by the minute. So that's two things we talked about, like just really staying up to date, but not too much so to where you lose your authenticity.
Yes.
What about you? What do you say?
I love that. So, I mean, I totally agree with you here. I think that, you need to focus on three key areas where your audience is and your key avatar, and show up there. I love what you're saying about, know your audience, know where you stand and what you're going to be able to connect with the most, and just show up there 100%.
I like that. So you are well-versed in this lane, being a productivity coach. I would love to get your thoughts on this, on how you can effectively ask and give feedback. This can be something that is like really uncomfortable, or, just what are your tips on how to effectively ask and how to give feedback?
Yeah. I think it's always coming from a place of service. If you can come from a place of service and see how you can support someone else's mission or brand, or maybe they have an event going on, it's really important to see how you can support them first. And also not expecting for anything in return, right? Like you might need to have something that you want to ask for down the road, but you always want to be making those, adding value where you can. And then in terms of feedback, if you want to give feedback to a friend, maybe it's a client, maybe it's a team member, I always like to lead with something that's positive and then talk about the things that we need to adjust or change.
I like that. And you actually touched on this earlier, as far as like different apps that you use and you're into. What are the apps that you're looking into or that you're using right now, like for productivity for Sandy?
Yes. I'm going to give you a couple. These are a few of my favorites. So let's take some notes, ladies. Okay, so for the first one that I use, because I have a team, I love to use ClickUp. And ClickUp is an application that you can get your whole team on, and you can organize it, and you can get everyone focusing on different projects or areas that you need to focus on for the month, the week, the day. So I love ClickUp. I also love, and I'm sure many of you heard of this before, Dropbox. And Dropbox is a great place to house everything from your videos to branding shoots to testimonials. My team organizes this, so it's all organized into folders. But Dropbox is a great place where, again, if you have a team, everyone can kind of be adding value, adding their graphics and videos and content, just to keep everybody on the same page, but also keep everything cohesive.
Nice. Can I tell you a quick story about Dropbox?
Yeah.
I used to have it a while ago, and I was like, no, I don't feel like paying for that. I don't want to do it. So you remember during the holidays, unfortunately I got robbed, and that was a whole situation, but God is good. I'm safe. But my backups to my backups to my backups, my laptops were all taken. But thankfully somebody gifted me another laptop. God bless him, Dr. Brown. Back to the whole point. My backups were all taken. If I would have had my Dropbox, I would have had all of my files. So needless to say, I went back and I was like, okay, let me just do it. So all of my files, I just backed them up on Dropbox. So cheers to you.
That's good. That's good. We got to, keep everything protected and safe and secure.
There you go. So we are going to take a quick break, right, Sandy? Or I want to continue this on, but we have some amazing women that we're going to chat with. So
yes, that is right. We have a quick break, but coming up next, we sit down with Coach Stephanie Wicks and later on, Business Director Sacha Brackins.
Hi, I'm Elena Cardone, and I help women reach a heightened level of success. You can keep up with me online at www.elenacardone.com. You're watching the Connect Network TV.
Stitches and our amazing new host, Miss Sandy Glenn, co-host. Hey, Sandy.
Hello, hello. Happy weekend.
Yes, so I'm excited about our next guest, and we're happy that she's going to be joining us. And she's actually from my birthplace, Canada, Miss Stephanie Wicks. So this amazing young woman, she's all about empowering her clients to walk in their purpose and so much more. So without further ado, help us welcome to the Connect family, Miss Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Welcome. We are so glad that you are here on the show. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we are going to dive right in. So we want to chat with you today about what motivated you to get into the coaching space.
So I've always been a cheerleader. As long as I've been alive, I've been a cheerleader. People always just come to find me to get cheerleading. I got the Most Spirited Cheerleader Award when I was a cheerleader in high school.
Oh, legit.
But with all that, people just come to me with, Stephanie, how do I do this? Stephanie, how do I do that? So as I go through these things with people and walk this walk, I see how I can empower them to get above it and to thrive and survive and persevere, to just be better than you were yesterday, right?
Sure. Yeah. So how do you use your life experience, Stephanie, to empower, coach, and inspire others to walk in their purpose? Exactly. How do you do that?
So I've just started because I just got my coaching lined up. So I'm just starting to get into this. So this is actually my second TV appearance, which is very exciting. Yeah. So thank you. I'm so grateful to you guys to be part of this. So I'm just starting to get into doing podcasts and newsletters. And if people want to call me and just talk, I'm all about that, because sometimes you just need a positive person to talk to. Not everybody has to have a bad day, but your bad days are your dark days. And when the sun shines, then you actually know how good it really is, right?
Nice.
Absolutely. So what advice would you give to someone watching, someone who's still trying to discover their purpose?
So sometimes it takes a long time to actually listen to what God is saying to you, right? It all has to be on His time, right? You have to truly believe that when things line up, there's a reason for that. And every reason happens in a season. You go through things. I once had a pastor tell me, you go through things so you know how to help others go through this. It's just that basic understanding helps people get through it better, right?
Right. Awesome. And how would you, I was thinking about this, what role does self-talk really play in someone's success, would you say?
Self-talk is like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
How you talk to, I just read the other day, how you talk to your dog, talk to yourself like that, right? Oh, you beautiful girl. You know what I mean? Well, you know what? You've got to be better about that. You've got to look in the mirror and go, you know what? You got this. You're going to do it. Sometimes you're going to cry in the mirror, and that's okay. So when you're talking bad to yourself, take a deep breath, regroup. And I always pray. When I'm like, Lord, take this horrible side of me away. You know, it is said in the Bible that when you say Jesus' name, the demons run. So just say, Jesus,
Come on.
I need you.
I love it. So what are some easy first steps that you can kind of clue us in on, and some tips that you can give us that we can take to shift negative habits that we have?
So, for instance, grab something tangible that brings a happy thought. So if you have, you know, like your cat, your dog, it always will bring you some peace, right? It'll also bring you back into some sunshine. Go find a picture that makes you laugh. For people that are going through really, really tough times, and for instance, I know there's a lot of people passing these days. I lost my father last April, and I sang my daddy out, so it was the best thing ever. Like that's a pure privilege to send him to Jesus' arms, right? And it was very cool. It was cool. So doing things like that, and just serving people, I find I have a better time when I do something nice for somebody and serve somebody rather than having to have somebody serve me.
That's beautiful. And I want to neatly say this. You said you can sing. If you can please sing and share with us how we can connect with you for those watching for the first time.
You want me to sing right now? You're watching The Connect Show. Yeah. I was like, wow, I'm probably red-faced because I was like, oh, I wasn't ready for that.
That might bring some joy to somebody else, but please tell everyone where they can find you and how they can stay connected with you to bring more inside. Yeah.
I'm on Instagram, and it's Stephanie Aiken Stephanie. That's my maiden name, and I got to keep some roots. And then I'm on Facebook. I'm Stephanie Wicks on Facebook, and I've got a Linktree. It's Stephanie_Wicks at Linktree. And I'm getting my webpage up, and as soon as I get that, I'll get you guys connected with that too.
Beautiful. Amazing. Thank you, Stephanie. Well, we have to take a quick break. Coming up next is our Women in Business segment, brought to you by Erin Solutions, where we're sitting down with business director and brand strategist Sacha Brackins, and later Stitch's music pick of the week.
We are living in challenging times, and despite having a 9-to-5 job, you still find it difficult to pay your bills and have money left over to spend on experiences that brings you joy. If you're at a point in your life where you know that there is more for you, you want to start a side business and express your multi-passions, but you're not sure if your gifts or ideas can be profitable, believe in yourself and connect with us over at RaquelWalters.com and let us help you to get clear on the knowledge you have that you can monetize right away.
How much should I charge? Well, that is the number one question we get asked. Are you tired of running your party planning business but not really making much profit? Well, no more homegirl hookups. Head over to our website at www.thepartypreneurschool.com. Start charging your worth and stop shortchanging yourself and leaving money on the table. It's time to stop giving away your time and talent for free.
Hey, beautiful people, it's Major Mr. This is why I love you. And you are watching the Connect Network TV.
Today's Women in Business segment, and we're going to be chatting with the business director of Brackins Creative Agency, Miss Sacha Brackins. Help me welcome to the Connect fam. Hey, Sacha.
Hello, ladies. Thank you so much for having me.
We are excited to have you here. So the Brackins Creative Agency helps business and creatives with things like brand strategy, logo, and website design, and so much more. But you're also extremely passionate about building wealth and legacy, which I'm obsessed with and love. How did you get into that space?
So, yes. So I have a background in the music industry. I was a booking agent for over 8 years in LA. And essentially, at some point, we were like, okay, I need to go to law school. And I realized that a lot of people who were looking for, web help and like logos and things like that didn't actually understand, the business foundational steps. We came on board as a resource and made sure, the marketing plans, with business strategy, with really understanding how to achieve and then hold on to wealth, right, is so important. So I help incredible women in all these different industries build their empires and make sure that they have a strong legal and business foundation.
Awesome. And you know what? Speaking of women, Sacha, that's something that it sounds like is really important to you, is women having access to power and wealth.
Yes.
And your mastermind, from what I know, is working to achieve that. Can you talk a little bit more about that if you can?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, that's my baby. So we have an incredible mastermind program called the Table of 10 Mastermind. It is for women building their empires again. So we have across different industries. The plan is to have over 100 Black women millionaires come from the program by 2025 is our kind of deadline. So it's really an incredible movement, and everyone's really on board with coming together and making sure that not only it happens, but that when it does happen, that we can really take that and change the world.
Absolutely. This is so powerful. Your first Million Blueprint Conference is in Miami in March. Congratulations. And it's all about unlocking access to information and resources in real time. Can you break that down for us, what that event is all about?
Yes, I am so excited about our conferences. We have a blast. So we come together. We're very hands-on. It's very luxury. We don't hold back at all. So we have a great time. We have the Rich Auntie dinner party, but it's all about building. And like you said, providing that access to information, access to resources. Day one is all about brand protection. Day two, we focus on wealth building. On our Miami date, we're previewing an app workshop as well. So it's going from 2 days to 3, and everyone that comes will have the opportunity to leave with an iOS app. What? Yes. So you ladies have to come to the Rich Auntie dinner party.
I love this.
So for those who can't make it to the Blueprint, the Blueprint conference, you have other programs and a free Facebook group that actually provides different information and tips. What can people expect to get from that?
No, absolutely. So one, we have our First Million group on Facebook. If you look up First Million, that is us. And again, it is a women's empowerment group. We talk about everything that we talked about right now. So it's a lot of business tips, business strategies. We have a free Thursday night accountability call. Come together in sisterhood, and we feed each other. We pour into each other. We give strategies. We give tips, and we just vent sometimes, right? Like, so at the beginning of the week in the Facebook group, on Mondays, on Money Mondays, we drop in what our goals are for the week. And then we have our check-in call on Thursdays via Zoom. So it's been an incredible experience. The sisterhood is second to none.
Amazing. Well, Sacha, thank you so much for joining us today. Please share what you're working on next. And for those who would like to connect with you, how can they reach you?
Yes, you can find me everywhere at Sacha Brackins. So that's how my name is spelled, SachaBrackins, on social media, website. If you want more information about the Table of 10 Mastermind, that's tableof10mastermind.com. And then the First Million Blueprint is firstmillionblueprint.com.
And I might come just because of your energy, Sacha. You're like making me want to.
Yes.
Thank you again, Sacha, for joining us. You're officially part of the Connect Fam squad, and we're loving all of this boss babe conversation. But we're gonna take a quick break. So if you need to go use the restroom, get a tea or whatever you drink in the morning, we'll be right back. Coming up next, we're gonna sit down with the amazing Avanti Garrett. She is continuing the legacy of her late husband, super producer, Grammy Award-winning Static Major. He's worked with some of the biggest names in music. So you're not going to want to miss out on that conversation. We'll be back.
Hi, my name is Crystal Rao, and I am a certified financial planner professional. I help my clients accomplish their financial goals in 3 different ways, which include comprehensive financial planning, investment management, and the last thing is retirement plans for small business owners so they can grow wealth through their business. I am a fee-only advisor, which means I don't sell products or receive commissions. As a fiduciary, I provide only honest and objective advice. Interested in learning more? Check out our website below.
Yo, this is Master P. Keep up with Natalie at the Connect Network.
Hi, I'm Ananda Lewis. I help women thrive. You can find me on Instagram at I'm Ananda Lewis or on my new app, Elixir, available in all app stores right now. And you're watching the Connect Network TV.
Best way to close out our show is with our next guest, the amazing Avanti Garrett, aka I like to call her AG. She is what we would call a hidden gem in the music industry. She's a mother, she's an entrepreneur, she is a wealth of knowledge, and she's well known by music bigwigs. Just continuing the legacy of her late husband, Grammy award-winning super producer and singer-songwriter Static Major, but she's also a boss in her own right. Connect fam, please help me welcome Miss Avanti Garrett.
Avanti, it is so good to have you here with us. We're so excited to chat with you. But first, let's talk about you. Who is Avanti Garrett and how did you get into the music business?
Well, I married a famous songwriter, Static Major. I was more of a housewife, in training and boot camp, unbeknownst. But in 2008, he was killed in a hospital accident. So I ended up in the position to carry on his legacy.
My, most sincere condolences for your loss. It's been more than a decade, but every song you hear that he produced, of course, brings back, the memories. And I'm sure that can never be easy. But, I hear that you two have quite the love story. I'm such a sucker for a good love story. So I want to know, how did you and Static meet?
Oh, wow. I guess to make a long story short, it was almost kind of like destiny. I saw him on a video and I was like, oh, he's kind of fine. We ended up finding out that he was going to be in concert with Aaliyah, Missy, and Timberland. So we went to the show and he kind of spotted me from across the room. And eventually, this last time I was with a friend and she was driving and he was coming in the park and I was coming out and he saw me and every time he saw me, he would do this, like, that's her. My friend stopped and I was like, no, don't stop. Keep going. Don't stop. But she was like, I'm stopping. I'm not getting out the car. So I'm pouting. And he just comes to the car and open up the door just immediately. Just opens up the door and I'm looking at him. And he's like, you've been running from me. And it was history from there. We exchanged numbers and he was very, very, persistent,
A man that knows what he wants.
Knew what he wanted. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. And who are some of the artists so far that have reached out to you? Because there was a term, I don't know if we could say it, and I loved how you put this when we spoke before. They send for you.
Yes.
Yes, they would.
Okay,
so sending for you.
Well, so what I've done, Static left a lot of music. He was a studio rat. He ended up leaving over 4,000 songs. I kind of decided that once he passed that I would treat them like a baby. I never send out music. The only way they're going to get it is just through me personally.
And I know if you're comfortable sharing with us, because I know someone might be watching and hearing and really inspired by some of the challenges that you've gone through and how you were able to get through it. Like you said, you have your kids, you had your family, and then all of a sudden you're dealing with a loss and you have to manage this empire. Like, what were some of the challenges that you had to go get through?
Well, as a woman in the industry, it's a little rough for us. It's just the maneuvering part, you know, just, you know, because people will look at you like you just don't know anything. And my mentor, she put me through boot camp. She sent me books. I read books. I just kind of got in there, just jumped in.
Beautiful. And I do want to ask you one more thing. And I know, Sandy, you're going to chime in as well. What is one thing that you would tell Avanti then that you know?
Good question.
Okay. First of all, keep God first. So I've learned to listen to his voice and try to hear him and try to build up my discernment. I would tell people to, you know, stay close to God and allow him to guide you, and don't move until he tells you to.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's deep.
So powerful. That's powerful. Yes, for sure. Avanti, well, thank you so much for being with us and sharing all this just amazing inspiration and knowledge. Where can those watching find you, connect with you, follow what you have going on? Fill us in on where we can check you out.
Okay, well, I'm on Instagram, Miss Avanti Major, MS Avanti Major. Facebook, Avanti Garrett. Email address, avantigarrett@gmail. My attorney, Louise West. She's a famous attorney, not hard to find. That's about it.
Awesome. And you're not
just call Stitches. She can find me.
There you go. And we're so thankful that you were able to hang out and chat with us. But if you are enjoying all of this amazing girl boss magic, you can catch all of the past episodes on our YouTube channel and just binge watch them on Natalie's network. Right, Sandy?
Absolutely. And if you're ready to bring your brand to television and you want to be featured on TV, be here with us on the Connect Network. Register today at theconnectonline.com. We're wrapping the show with the Static Major as this week's Stitches Music Pick of the Week.
Yes, so Avanti, we're switching it up. So you're going to give us that music pick. What is yours?
I will pick Resolution by Aaliyah.
Why?
Because it has that Timberland, that phenomenal beat. So
my point is that Static Major was a part of it. Like,
yes, most definitely. He wrote the song and Timberland produced it.
There you go.
That's my pick.
Our Stitches music pick brought to you by Avanti Garrett and also her husband, Static Major. Love you for free, guys.
Love you too.
The Connect.
Hi, this is Avanti Garrett, the widow of the late, great Static Major, and you are watching the Connect Network TV.